Hello, I'm Vice Elric, and in this part, something actually happens. This dungeon took way longer than I thought it would. Whatever, we fight Trapbox, the boss of this dungeon in this part. And there he is. Watch. Psych! Fooled you! I like Spaceballs. Where are the Spaceballs? Right, there are numerous strategies you can use. Me personally, I like the idea of Yangus and Vice psyching up while Jessica ooms them both and yourself, and then use them to accelerate. And for Angelo, Kabuff is a must in this fight. Otherwise, you will be dead. And the Trapbox has an annoying habit of using desperate attacks, which are just like critical attacks, but I think that they can choose when they use them. See? It does a lot of damage. And with Jessica, that would have been a one-hit kill because, well, let's be honest, her defenses aren't that good. I use Yangus to heal with medicinal herbs because Angelo really needs to use Kabuff. However, Kabuff does not protect against Crackle, which does quite a little bit of damage, well, not a little bit, a moderate amount of damage to all of your party. However, if you've been putting points into staves for either Jessica or Angelo, you can probably use Bounce so that those attacks deflect off of your party and hit the enemy. Or use Insulate, which I prefer. You can also use Fuddle. Luckily for me, he doesn't succeed. In this fight, I tried to psych up to 100, however, I found out that I could not, for one reason or another. You can psych up to level 100, but usually for me, it comes after this boss fight. However, I have heard of people psyching up to 100 at level 6. You need to get into a comfortable sitting position. Now, grab. Sorry about that. More Kabuff. Like I said before, if you're using staves with Jessica, you should probably only be support with her, and if you are using knives with Jessica, then you should be using Toxic Dagger every turn. Other than that, you really only need Angelo for support. I mean, even if he does have, like, the best abilities ever, he's still your support character unless you somehow have Yangus with the Kabuff skill. Like I said before, this was the first boss I legitimately had trouble with because I was always the guy who's like, attack, 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 attack. No support skills. They're for losers. But in all honesty, you'll want to have support abilities. Pop goes the weasel. Now a bit of character development for Yangus.
This is it, eh? The Venus Tear. You beauty.
He actually does a really good job in this thing, the voice actor, I mean.
To get this done, I've done it for Red. Now we're just rivals, I guess. But I actually used to have a bit of a thing for Red. Back in them days, she wasn't a scary old bird like she is now. And I was well green.
I have no idea what that expression means.
I thought I'd get her the Venus tear to impress her like. But I ended up doing myself an injury, and I had to leave it. Never thought I'd end up getting it like this, though. I wonder how it would have all turned out if I had got it back then, eh? Anyway, just me old wounds. Would you mind keeping this to yourself, Gov? Ain't the kind of thing you want going around.
Near the end game, you should go back to Red's place and talk to her. I won't tell you why, but you'll want to. Yeah, I had to cut something out really quick. I think it was, I don't remember what it was. Oh well. I want to walk back to Red's place. And yes, I walk back. You can't zoom there. If you could, I would have. What's the rest of this part doing? Just walking back? Really? I'm very tempted to put music in here, but I really don't want to. Sorry about that, technical difficulties and a very large and unhealthy amount of feedback. That was really bad. I think my ears are bleeding now. Are they? No? Monkey, monkey. You gotta shock the monkey. Unfortunately, I do not have Zap. Just so you know, Zap is an actual skill and it's actually pretty useful. And in some situations, it can replace the boomerang completely. Or Kazap, anyway. The gorillas, I found also, are very prone to death spells. Much like the hoods, except even more so. I don't know why that is. I think it has something to do with them not being very smart. I don't know how that works, but with my logic it makes sense. Where are these monkeys getting these hammer thingies? Let me just move this real quick. There we go. That's more like it. Let me get into one more random battle before I get there, I think. Or two, I don't remember. Oh, that about wraps it up for this part. I am Vice Elric, and I will see you next time. Take care.